I started using the law of attraction unwittingly when I was probably about 15 years old, and I got into Bruce Lee videos, and I was standing in my bedroom watching Fist of Fury and Way of the Dragon, and I think it was Fist and Fury that inspired me the most. And it's Bruce Lee in this hall, and he goes into the Japanese dojo and he's taking out everybody. And I remember quite clearly standing in my bedroom, having watched Bruce Lee doing all my kicking and things, imagining my opponents and kicking them all, trying to be like Bruce Lee. And eventually it led me to a Kung Fu instructor who had learned the same system Bruce Lee had learned from Ip Man, and my instructor had learned from Ip Man's son, Ip Chun. And it wasn't until I was 19 years old that I met this guy, started learning the Wing Chun system. 20 years later, I'm teaching the system that kind of led Bruce Lee to it was Bruce Lee's first system, and kind of what made Bruce Lee famous was his amazing skill. When I was about 23 years old, again, I didn't really realise what was happening, but I was very much into film and movies, and not just martial arts, but I loved the James Bond films, and James Bond films really inspired me, and particularly it was the stunts and watching James Bond kind of do all these amazing things. And he was kind of like invincible in my mind, and he had all these skills and abilities, and was able to sort of have so many brushes with death and always escape, and he was just like some sort of superhero in my mind, and it totally inspired me. And I just kept running these images of James Bond in my head as a kid, and eventually I met a stuntman in my 20s, and I was just wandering around my hometown kind of looking for some kind of direction and some kind of opportunity to make something out of my life, really. And I met this guy. He was a stuntman, and at the time I was working as a lifeguard, and I was chatting to another guy about martial arts because that was my passion at the time. And he said, yeah, my taekwondo instructor, he's a stuntman. And my mouth just dropped, and I thought, oh my god, I got to meet this guy. So I went to meet him, and he told me what I had to do. And a few years later, I was a qualified stuntman and working on my first film. It took about 6 years. I had to do 4 years of training. I did 2 years of waiting for my first job. And eventually I got my first stunt job working as a stunt performer on a film, and I thought, wow, I've totally made it in life. And then 2 years without work, and working, I was driving taxis and doing any Joe job I can get my hand on, and it was pretty miserable, really. So I started looking for other opportunities. I'd always had an interest in sort of buying and selling on the internet, and so I sort of focused on making money from the internet because that seemed something I could do in my own time, and I can pick it up and drop it, which allowed me to do these other passions, to follow the stunt business and keep doing my Wing Chun training, which was something I always loved. And so eventually, I mean, this is over a number of years, I tried several different internet-based business ideas, and none of them had really got any traction. Eventually I found this 7-day video series. It's the one I'm going to share underneath this video, and that's what really changed things for me. It allowed me to join a community of people, to use a business system that was kind of allowed you to make automated sales. You could build a sales funnel, use other people's products and sell them over the internet. But more than that, it was really the community and the assistance and the help that allowed me to really kind of learn this trade, if you like, of internet sort of marketing mastery, and using the different types of advertising platforms, getting the most out of them, being able to track how you make your sales is massively important, so that you know what works and what doesn't. And again, this is something that takes time, but now I'm able to make sales pretty much ongoing. I can automate my advertising, I can automate the sales. The back end of the business is delivered by somebody else, so I don't have to worry about product fulfillment, posting any parcels or anything like that. And basically it allows me to automate my business, and that kind of gives me an incredible freedom to earn money and spend my time as I choose. And I think anybody really, no matter what their age or experience, provided they're hardworking and open-minded, can make this work for them if they've got a big enough reason to do it. Some people come into this business because they're burnt out from their current business or their job, or they hate their job, or they're just not earning enough money what they're trained to do. It could be for 1,000 different reasons, but what this business can give you is the ability to make money off your own back using these automated systems, and the ability to sort of prioritize your life in terms of how you want to spend your time, not being chained to a boss or a desk, or not having to work the way somebody else expects you to or wants you to. So that's something that kind of drew me into this business, because I wanted to prioritize my life in terms of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to spend my time, and not based on someone else's criteria or someone else's model of working, or even the 9 to 5 or the monthly paycheck kind of mentality. I wanted to be able to earn more than a job could give me, and I wanted to be able to do it in a way that was conducive to my own happiness, really. So if this sounds like it's something you might be interested in, I'm going to leave a link underneath this video. Just click on that link and it'll take you through to a website, and you'll be able to download the same video series that has allowed me to learn how to do all these things and to live a life which is more to my more conducive to my happiness, really, and allows me to work when I want and where I want, and earn money kind of automated in an automated way. Obviously you need to put the work in beforehand before you can get to that point, but if you look at your life as it is at the moment, and how much work and time you're putting into your job, you'll always be in that position and always get the same amount from it. It kind of traps you, whereas this is something that, yes, at first you'll be doing a lot of work and you might not see any results, but eventually you'll be in a position where you can automate things and scale up using just the internet automation and these automated tools. So for me, it's definitely worth the time and the effort to do that, to learn the skill, to be able to free up your time and automate online sales to make income without having to be constantly trading time for money. So yeah, use the link below this video just to access those the email series, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.